Hello, everybody. I'm coming on this video right now to do a very special training on how to make a living as a coach, how to make $200,000 a year or more as a coach. Okay, and this is a free training that I'm going to do today on this video because I really have some special insights into this. I want to help people, and I don't think most people have any idea what's possible for them with the internet in today's world. But you got to pay attention to what I'm about to say. This video is going to be life-changing for some. For some people, in one ear, out the other, thinking it doesn't matter, but it does matter. This is life-changing information. And I'm here as a servant to serve you. I'm here to share a very powerful message of healing. Healing financial scarcity, healing lack mentality, healing our well-being and abundance in the world. So I'm coming to this video now in service completely. I'm live streaming into Facebook right now. I'll probably also upload this to YouTube, but I'm doing a live stream kind of to just turn it on and go, because I don't want to second guess. I don't want to stop. I just want to share this information. I've got some notes. I'm going to outline exactly how to make a living as a coach, specifically how to make $200,000 or more per year. Okay, and this is because we are struggling financially if we're making less than $200,000 a year today in today's world. We really do need to be making more than $200,000 a year. And guess what? It's so easy when we have the world at our fingertips with the internet. All we have to do is learn a couple basic principles of online business and online marketing, and it will set us free. So the purpose of this video is your freedom. Okay, I already have my freedom, but I wanted to share it because once I have freedom, it's my duty to pay it forward and to share the message of a freedom model business. Coaching is a freedom business, everybody. Whether you know it or not, it is. And I'm telling you right now, I'm going to explain why and how. Also, this isn't just about business, okay? Freedom for our sovereignty, our well-being, our healing, our self-love. This is about soul purpose work. How to make a living as a coach is soul purpose work. So we can be in alignment with our vision and our values. Whether we're vegan, whether we love animals, whether we love children, whether we want to help the elderly, whether we want to help the homeless, whether we want to teach music, whether we love painting, art, music, crafts, whatever we love, this is about soul purpose alignment. Do you realize you can make $200,000 or more a year in alignment with your highest soul's gifts and purpose, your gifts, creating a beautiful income and freedom for you? Well, that's what this video is for. That's the purpose of this video, to show you exactly how that's possible. And what does that lead to? That leads to fulfillment. That leads to your fulfillment. And the more fulfilled you are, the more fulfilled I am, and the more fulfilled the whole world is. So this is, again, my service. And the purpose of this video is to help educate you and inspire you on what's possible for you and the freedom that awaits you. Now, this video is for someone who likes people, okay? If you don't like people and you don't like talking to people, maybe this isn't the right fit for you. But let me tell you a little story. I had a very successful clothing store back in 2012, 2013, 2014 era, very successful clothing store. It was making $600,000, $700,000 a year, different years. And I would love to talk to people. I would love to get them in the dressing rooms and get them to try on clothes. Why? Because I could talk to them about spiritual progression, spiritual growth. I could talk to them about life coaching. Secretly, what I was doing when I was running my store was life coaching people. And I was just in this store, but it wasn't really enough for me. I realized at that time when I was running my very successful store that I had a glass ceiling on myself. My store was successful, but it wasn't the fullest expression of me. It wasn't my highest gifts. It wasn't my freedom. It wasn't my soul purpose. It wasn't in alignment with what I really wanted to do. I loved helping people. I loved talking about life coaching, empowerment, how we master ourselves, self-mastery. That's what I talked to people about every day. When someone would walk in the door of my store to buy something from me, all I really wanted to do was talk about self-mastery. And I realized that I had to take the glass ceiling off and I had to really align. And I knew about coaching at the time, but it took me a while to really align with coaching. Coaching was how I could serve at my highest level possible. Coaching was taking the glass ceiling off. Coaching was taking the shackles off. Coaching was not limiting myself, not binding myself, not playing small, not pretending. Like, it's like kind of hanging out naked in the wind, like it's do or die. Coaching is like, you know why? Because when we do coaching, we serve others, and we serve ourselves when we serve others. We master ourselves through service. So service to others is the path of self-mastery. Exploring self-mastery leads us to service, and exploring service leads us to self-mastery. It's one and the same. So it's very scary to start on a journey of self-mastery, because we're going to all of a sudden realize how small we've been playing and how much of a glass ceiling is on us and how capped out we are and how small our life really is, when we're these beautiful, magnificent souls who deserve so much more. We deserve to be in alignment. We deserve fulfillment. We deserve to be self-masters. We deserve soul purpose. Okay, so when I started my coaching business, in 2017. So I've been professionally coaching since 2017, making money solely as a coach since 2017. Now, I launched my membership. Raw Vegan Heroes is my membership, and a membership is nothing more than a group, a community and it's a recurring payment. So people pay every month or every year to be part of the group. As long as they're getting value, they stay and they pay. If they don't get value, they quit and they leave. I've got 2,700 people in my membership right now. Many thousands have come through, but 2,700 current active members in my membership. It's amazing. And my coaching business led me to this model because it's the ultimate freedom model. Now, last year, just so you have an understanding of why I'm doing this training, and what qualifies me to speak on this and why I'm speaking on it, is just last year in 2022, I made $200,000 in my coaching business. This year, 2023, I've over doubled that. I'm coming in probably at around 500,000 this year. Okay. So last year I made 200,000. This year I'm making 500,000. Why? What is the difference? Well, I've been hyper-focused on mastering the next 6 principles that I'm going to share with you. This is how you go from where you are now to $200,000 a year as a coach. I'm going to outline it in extreme detail, perfect detail for you. This is going to be free training. Okay? This is everything I've learned. Coming from my capped out business where I was making $600,000 a year in my clothing store, but felt so limited, like I didn't even get to be myself, to breaking free, starting my coaching business from scratch, making no money in the beginning, finally starting my membership, making $200,000 a couple years in, and then over doubling it this year. Here's how. Okay, no matter where you're starting, you need to understand these principles. I highly recommend you write this down. Take notes, because this applies whether you're just starting or whether you're highly advanced. But I'm going to start from the beginning of what I did to create my coaching business that has me earning $500,000 this year. And $200,000 would be minimum. And what I've learned over the years of being a coach is I will never make less than $200,000 a year. It's not possible. Why? Because I understand the basic principles of how to use the internet and marketing to make money. It would not be possible for me to make less than $200,000 a year based on what I know. If you're making less than $200,000 a year, take notes. This is how you do it. Okay? Number 1. We want to pick a hyper niche. Write that down, a hyper niche. So picking a niche is the area we want to serve, but not just any area of where we want to serve, hyper niched down. The more hyper niched, the better. So for me, it's raw vegan. That's pretty hyper niched. You might say to yourself, Shane, how in the world do you make money as a raw vegan coach? How many raw vegans are out there? Not many. Okay. So it's a hyper niche though, which positions me as an expert in the field. So if I was just a vegan coach, I'd be lost in a big sea of vegan coaches. But as a raw vegan coach, I become specialized and people know how to find me. They know how to side with me. They know what my message is, and I become an expert in my hyper niche. It's very essential that we hyper niche. Also, what's really, really critical and why you can make $200,000 or more per year with this step is that this is your soul message. This is not just pick something that seems good. Like, oh, I want to help people detox. I want to help people paint better. I want to help people write music. I want to help. It's not that, okay? The soul message. This is where you get to really align. Okay, you remember how I was saying my glass ceiling? Like I was making $600,000 in my clothing store, but I felt like I was limited. Okay, pull it off, get out of your own cage, get out of the gilded cage and find your soul message. The soul message is really about the unhealed part of yourself. Okay, the unhealed part of yourself is where your greatest authority lies. Now, here's a little pro tip. If you can connect with your original wounding, the part of yourself that is still currently unhealed, that you walk around with every day. It's running your life, whether you realize it or not. It makes all the decisions for you subconsciously, whether you realize it or not. It's constantly trying to be healed, and it's trying to constantly come up to the surface to be healed, whether you realize it or not. All of that unhealed part of yourself is your greatest authority. It's your greatest gift. And if you can channel that gift, you will have your soul message. Okay, so working on this step, picking a hyper niche, is actually the greatest opportunity of all the steps to really align and have deep level fulfillment. Okay, if you really want to take the glass ceiling off your life, excel to the highest level of empowerment possible in your life, heal your unhealed wounds, create complete self-mastery, you do it in this step. Unhealed parts of self is how we find our hyper niche, and it's very, very important. This took me quite a long time. Okay, I actually worked on this step for a couple years, just so you know. It's not something that you might think of overnight. You might have to have a dream about it. It might come in an epiphany. It might come when you're not even expecting it. But this is a very, very important, powerful step to set you free, to give you a high-level income and a high-level fulfillment in total self-mastery in your business. Okay. And it's also key to why people are going to believe you and how you're going to help people. So your soul message coming from an unhealed part of yourself is actually why people are going to pay you. It's why they're going to pay you instead of somebody else, because you're not coming from your head, you're coming from your soul. And then people are going to feel that. You can't fool people. This is about being enrolled. And when we're coming from our unhealed part of ourself to pick our hyper niche, we're going to be enrolled because it's our unhealed self. There's no better way to get enrolled in who you are than the unhealed part of yourself. Okay? Period. End of story. If you pick it out of your mind, like, oh, I want to be a raw vegan coach like Shane, that might be too intellectual for you. That might not be stemmed from your unhealed part of yourself. For me, it was. Because I first went vegan when I was 17, and I was so injured and wounded psychologically and emotionally by being a teenager in the world and the military industrial complex and factory farming. I was like, holy shit, I want out of this. I didn't even want to be here on this planet as a young teenager. So for me, it's like me helping people go raw vegan and a plant-based diet is healing that unhealed part of myself from my childhood. Okay. All right, here we go on to number 2 in this amazing free training, everybody. Take notes. The 3 A's: access, accountability, and action plans. In the information age, 2023, 2024, and beyond, into the information age with the dawning of AI, the dawning of the internet, the dawning of information, there are 3 things that people are buying. It's so incredibly important that you write this down. Access, accountability, and action plans. That's all you're selling. You do not sell information. You do not focus on information. That's why you don't need a degree. You don't need to be qualified. You don't need to have more expertise. You don't need to be healed. You don't need to lose weight. You don't need to be different than who you are. You don't need to be at a different step. You don't need to be on tomorrow or the next day or the next day. Right now is where the access is. Okay, all you have to do is figure out how to give people access to you. That's it. Period. End of story. Okay, accountability is a wonderful thing. What is accountability, everybody? Accountability, well, it's mostly just listening. Imagine you're giving accountability to your friend. You're sitting down at a lunch or brunch with your friend. How do you give accountability to someone? You say, oh yeah, I hear you. You give positive reflective feedback. You listen. Do you not know how to listen right now? Do you have to be more healed, more qualified? Do you have to lose weight? Do you have to finish that juice fast or that detox? Do you have to get a certification? Do you have to get a degree to listen to someone, to provide accountability? No, you do not. You have a fraud complex. You have the who am I's. Who am I to be successful? Who am I to be an authority? Who am I for somebody to listen to? You've got a fraud complex. That's the only thing stopping you from providing accountability. People will pay for accountability. Also, action plans. An action plan is not information. Okay, information is free on Google. You can go type in anything on Google. It's all free. Information is cheap. There's no premium on information. It's kind of a paradox. In the information age, there is no premium on information. You can't sell information. So if you're trying to sell a PDF download or an ebook or any of this kind of stuff, or a course, maybe you've created a course and it doesn't sell, it's because you're trying to sell information. You want to turn the information into action plans, a step-by-step. Now, what I recommend, here's a pro tip. Take something you're passionate about that you want to teach and educate on, something you know that's your sole purpose and hyper niche, and make a YouTube video about it. Give a step-by-step outline like I'm doing right now, step-by-step outline, and then go back and transcribe that YouTube video into a PDF, make it look nice with some headers and some sections, maybe a table of contents, add a couple pictures, bam. Now you've got an action plan. You do one YouTube video, it takes you 10 minutes, and now you've got an action plan people will buy from you. So the three things people are buying in the information age and what will make you money as opposed to not make you money is access to you, accountability, that can be in a community or a group or with you one-on-one, and action plans. Very simple. The 3 A's have been my hyper focus for the last 7 years as a coach. And it's why I went from 200,000 in 2022 to 500 in 2023, because I've been hyper focused on those 3 A's. Okay, number three on my list is, take notes everybody, create an irresistible offer. Okay, create an offer that somebody has to buy. Well, you might say, what's an offer, Shane? My offer is my membership, which is $7.49 a month, $89 for a year. My offer is join my membership for $89 a year. That's one of my offers. I have my deep dive sessions. I got my 12-week program. I have my Juice Fast Mastery program. I have my business mastermind program. Those are all offers. But the first step, what you have to have beyond any other step, the very first step, and you can't move beyond it, is a low cost, high value offer with a fun name that's stacked full of value. So for instance, my Raw Vegan Heroes membership is my offer, right? So what do people get when they join Raw Vegan Heroes? They get high-level access to me and they get coaching for $89 a year. They get high-level accountability through the group, through me. They get action plans. They get my bowel detoxification guide. They get my Success Path video course. They get my hot topics trainings. They get my replay library trainings, hundreds of hours of action plans, okay? They get download action plans. They get my meal plan. They get my bowel detoxification guide, on and on and on. And my bowel detoxification guide was a YouTube video that I made that I transcribed, and it's my bestseller. So you got to create high value. So that you got to do what I call stack the value. Okay. So take your offer. Say you come up with a membership like my music membership. You want to teach people how to play music or something in a membership. All right. Now you have to give them access to as many things as you can think of, accountability in as many ways as you can think of, and as many action plans as you can come up with. You should probably have 5 action plans as part of the membership. You should probably have accountability through multiple channels, you, an assistant, the community. Think of ways, and access to what? Access to a library, access to coaching, access. So you got to give really high value, and then guess what? Then you just take the price way down. $7.49 a month. You stack the value high, you drop the price down. Okay? And the critical thing to hear to understand in an irresistible offer is it's got to be freaking irresistible. So my whole focus has been in the last 3 years, how I've really scaled my business, running a membership, is that I want everyone to say, wow. I want somebody, when somebody reads my offer, I want them to gasp physically in awe. I want them to go, okay, that's irresistible. I want somebody to gasp. I want them to go, what? It's only $89 for a whole year of all that? How is that possible? I want them to be perplexed. I want them to be taken aback. I want them to gasp physically or say the word wow physically out loud. That's what I'm looking for. It's not optional, actually. So pro tip, when you're creating an irresistible offer to make a living as a coach, $200,000 a year or more, you have to have an offer where somebody has a physical reaction to the quality, the value, the stacked value, and the low price. And this is just a starting point. You can have multiple offers, but you have to have this one as your foundation. Okay? Also, keep in mind, your irresistible offer should ideally be to a recurring payment like a membership. If you want to just rock it, if you want to just rock your life, you do a high value, low cost offer to a recurring evergreen payment. That's a membership. Okay. And then you have to understand your membership becomes a buyer's pool for your other offers. So you have a higher end offer like private coaching with you. So they can have a membership with very low access to you, and then they can have a private coaching program with high access to you. So you have a low end and a high end, but your low end becomes your buyer's pool. Are you following me? Because what I'm saying is the key to make $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 a year as a coach. I'm on my way to 7 figures. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to make 7 figures a year following this model. Okay. And you're going to watch me do it. So this training that I'm giving you is world-class, high-level coaching. Make no mistake about it. All right, number 4 on my list, okay, is the power of recurring payments. Okay, so this is what I was saying, a recurring payment with your membership. This is a monthly or yearly recurring payment. When someone signs up, they're signing up for a recurring, authorizing a recurring payment, okay? So that means if they sign up for a monthly, every month, after the day they sign up, they will be charged, or every year they will be charged. Now, guess what happens after you run this for a couple years? And guess what happens after you run this really, really great for a couple years? You put your heart and soul into it. You serve these people. You make a huge difference for these people. You create a valuable business for them. Guess what happens? People stay. And then the recurring payments start to stack up. So I currently make, maybe $15,000, $20,000 a month on recurring payments. Did you hear what I said? Recurring payments are people who've already signed up, people who are already in your world getting value, right? So that's not work. You're not working for recurring payments. So if I make $20,000 a month from recurring payments, that's $240,000 a year that just comes in automatically that I'm not working for. Did you hear what I said? That I'm not working for. That's passive income. Passive income because you've built a system on recurring payments. That's what this is called here. Number 4 is the power of recurring payments. It's like compounded interest. If you put in the work and you build a multiple year business on recurring payments as the foundation of what people are paying for, it's going to compound. So you don't want to sell courses. You don't want to sell one-off programs. You want to sell a recurring membership. It's very, very powerful. This is one of the freedom models. Look, do you want freedom in your life? Because this is how you get it. You get freedom in your life because you follow what I'm saying. Total freedom. Because again, remember, we're in alignment with our soul purpose doing this work. This is not for money. Mark my words right now. I'm saying this. I'm not motivated by money at all. I never have been a single day in my life. I don't care about money. What I do care about, though, is success. I do like being successful at what I do. I like impact. I like reach. I like service. I like being effective at what I do. I like to talk to people about personal development, personal growth, and empowerment, and have them get something from it, like feel it and change their lives. That's what motivates me. Okay? So the power is in the recurring payment, and it will set you free. All right, number five. Okay, this is a big one. Generating leads. Okay, once you have this irresistible offer and you have your recurring payment set up, ready to go, then you need leads. It's called leads. Okay, to be a coach and to make money, 200,000 or more a year as a coach, you focus on two things. Okay, leads and sales. How do you get someone who's interested in what you're offering, and how do you get them to actually buy what you're offering? That's the only focus. If you focus on leads and sales, you will be very successful. It's the only focus. So if you work a job, say you're a nurse, how many things do you have to focus on? Oh my God, endless, like exhausting. If you work as an accountant, or if you work at an office or in a corporate job, how many things do you have to do? You're multitasking all day long. Horrible. In coaching, there's only two things you focus on, and you can take turns. So they're not even simultaneous. Leads and sales. Leads and sales. That's the name of the game. So this step 5 here is generating leads. How do you generate leads? It's really fun. It's really easy. You do what's called a freebie. Okay, a freebie is a free gift. Imagine your work gets to give something away for free. How fun is that? Take your highest value that you know, teach somebody something you love, and give it away for free. Now, I recommend doing it in a video course format because video, of course, is the highest form of communication. You're listening to me right now on video. If you want to effectively communicate with someone, make a video and describe your step-by-step, your how-to, your method, give away high value for free. And so what we do is we create a freebie. You create a freebie in exchange for them giving you their email address, and now you have them as an audience because they're watching your video. Okay. Now what happens in your freebie? Your freebie gives away free value in exchange for the pitch to join your irresistible offer. So it's like, mine is how to go raw vegan. Start here guide. So I tell people how to go raw vegan. I give them every single thing I know, every step by step, exactly how I started. I don't hold back anything. I give it all away for free because after all, information is free. You give away information for free. So the information about how I went raw vegan, how to go raw vegan, how to get protein, how to be satiated, how to do a juice fast, cleanse the bowels, improve absorption, all of that, you give it away for free. But then you tell someone, now you got access to me, you get accountability with our group, and you get action plans if you join my irresistible offer. And you do that in a video. Now you do 6 videos in your freebie, bam, you got leads. Now, that's all you got to do to create your amazing lead generation. So if you create a freebie for lead generation, then you are 90% of the way there. And that's the foundation, what I just outlined. Those 5 steps is the foundation of a multiple 6-figure-a-year coaching business. And it's that simple. Leads and sales with a freebie to an irresistible low-cost offer that's recurring. That's it. That's literally it. Okay? Could it be simpler? It probably cannot be any simpler. Now, this is because I've been doing this for many years and I'm nutshelling it in a very concise, easy to understand way for you guys right now. But it took me many years to get on board with this, wrap my head around this, and figure this stuff out. So you're getting everything I've learned condensed into this video right now. It's pretty invaluable. Now, let me go into number 6, which is an all-in-one platform. That's the website you're going to use to collect money. Okay, you want an all-in-one platform. It's very, 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 very critical that you use an all-in-one platform because you have to seamlessly integrate between your email list, your freebie, and any marketing funnel that you do, and your recurring payment and your customer list. Okay, that all has to be an all-in-one platform. So I use what's called Kajabi. Kajabi is the best in the industry. It's very cheap. I pay $199 a month for Kajabi. $199 a month is all I pay for my all-in-one platform. Okay, so just as a contrast comparison, when I was running my brick and mortar clothing store, I was making $600,000 a year, but guess what? Rent was $7,000. Payroll to have staff was $12,000 a month. Cost of inventory was like, $20,000 a month, $30,000 a month. If I made $20,000 in a month, 3/4 of that went out the door instantly. Okay, so my cost of doing business was very, very high. And so I'd only take home a net margin of maybe 35%, maybe 30%. But in a coaching business, If I make $20,000 in a month, my only cost of doing business is my all-in-one platform, which is $199 a month for me. Now, Kajabi is the best because Kajabi was created by coaches. Kajabi has all the tools you'll need to create a 7 or 8 figure business. I know you're not there yet. 5 figures to start, 6 figures, 7 figures, 8 figures. It's unlimited. Kajabi is the oldest tried and true servers. They deliver emails really well, created by coaches. Okay, so while there's a lot of fancy platforms you could go with, I recommend you do Kajabi for $199 a month like I do, because every single coach that I know uses Kajabi. Every single 7-figure coach I know uses Kajabi. And I know 8-figure coaches using Kajabi. Yes, I do. I just went to Brendon Burchard's event here in Austin, Texas last month. Got to be at his 3-day event with an amazing room full of entrepreneurs and coaches. It was a training event. And Brendon Burchard is one of the founders of Kajabi. He created it from scratch in his bedroom when he was just starting. And now he's an 8-figure earner. Brendon Burchard is an 8-figure earner. All the high-end earners use Kajabi. So if it's good enough for Brendon Burchard, who's one of the highest paid coaches in the world, he's literally a coach to like celebrities, megastars, people who are like at very high levels, billionaires. He's got multiple billionaire clients. Brendon Burchard. And he's the founder of Kajabi. If it's good enough for Brendon Burchard, it's good enough for me. So I pay $199 a month for Kajabi. That's my only monthly business expense. It's pretty incredible. And it's got to be all in one. Okay, now let me go to the next one. Number 7 here on my list is passive advertising with social media. So a lot of people think to be a coach, you have to have a following on Instagram. It's not true. Let me just say right here and now, you do not need a social media following to be a successful coach. You do it through email marketing, okay? Emails, you write emails. If you like to help people and you can write an email, you can make $200,000 a year as a coach, no question. But where social media comes into play is it's free advertising. So if you are an entrepreneur, if you're starting a coaching business, if you want to make $200,000 a year, you would be a fool not to utilize free advertising. So if you like helping people, if you like communicating with people, if you like helping people on their spiritual soul journey to empowerment, if you think of yourself as an aide, a mystic, a light worker, someone here who's here to better the planet, social media is simply a passive advertising strategy. You can do what's called active advertising too, where you pay money to advertise, okay? But paying money to advertise your offer is a very advanced step. And I'm currently not paying for advertising. None, zero. I only use social media. So I've been able to grow my business in 3.5 years from when I started my membership to today. I've been able to grow my business with just free advertising. And this is where we want to develop our voice. We want to practice using YouTube. We want to practice making Instagram reels, but not to gain followers. No, we don't use social media to gain followers. We use social media to develop ourselves, to develop a masterful delivery of value to others. And that includes your freebie. Okay, going back to step number 5, generating leads, we use a free gift. So if you want to grow a following on YouTube or Instagram, you give value for free. We already created our free gift, right? Our freebie. So you give away your free gift on social media and people will come. You build it, they will come. Social media is there for us to give. You don't go to social media to try to get something. You go to social media to give, and you master your delivery. You develop your voice, develop your value, develop your speaking skills, and you give. Okay? That's how you use social media as free advertising. Okay? Now, that's an in-depth one, and I could go on more about that, but we're at more advanced steps right now. And the last step on my list today is my business mastermind is the program I have to help people implement and practice these steps. So my business mastermind is my high-end membership. I have my low end, Raw Vegan Heroes. My Business Mastermind is my high end membership, which is full access to me and my highest skills and my highest gifts. That's why I'm teaching about business. So if you want to have a $200,000 a year business, you need mentorship. You need guidance. You need time to implement. The quickest way to go from where you are to where you want to be is mentorship and accountability. I did not get where I am right now by myself. I've had a team of people around me. I've invested hundreds of thousands of dollars in coaching. I've invested in my business coach over the years. And the reason I'm at this step now is because of all of the business education I've invested in. So what I'm saying to you is for you to go from a job that you hate, that sucks your soul, not being on purpose, not being alignment, not having the dream life, not being empowered, not having financial abundance, not being at $200,000 a year or more. The way you get there is through mentorship and education. And that's why I offer my Business Mastermind. So I launched my Business Mastermind in June. Why June? Only a few months ago, because I wasn't even ready. Because this is self-mastery. Coaching is a journey of self-mastery through service. And as I've served and served and served, I've learned more ways I can serve. And so my Business Mastermind is me launching into my business service because I'm good at business, making $500,000 in 2023. And I want to help you do it too. So we have 50 people that have already joined our Business Mastermind since June. Just in a couple months, we have 50 members in there. We do a weekly Zoom meeting, okay? 3 p.m. Fridays, Central Time. High-level accountability with our entire group of amazing entrepreneurs. Time to implement. It is a 6-month program. So you get time to implement each one of these steps. Your hyper niche, working on your 3 A's, creating an irresistible offer, understanding your recurring payments, and creating your freebie in your all-in-one platform, okay? And developing your voice with social media. Those are the steps we work on in the Business Mastermind. And it is an incredible, possibly the best business coaching for the price available anywhere. Now, you can find information about my Business Mastermind on my website. If you want my help, if you want my business mentorship, I'm going to tell you how to get it, okay? You can email me, shane@rawveganrising.com. You can message me on Instagram or on Facebook Messenger if you have a preference. Or you can go to my website, rawveganrising.com, and you can go to the Work With Me tab, and you can see my Business Mastermind. You can see what the price is. You can read all the details. Or just send me a message and I'll send you the link. I am here committed to helping you find the empowerment that I've found, because I am not even the same person I was just a few years ago when I was running my clothing store. I was capped out. I had a glass ceiling. I was trying to be a coach in the dressing room, helping people try on clothes when I really wanted to be a coach. And I've done it. I've switched. I made the switch. I've empowered myself. I've gotten on purpose. I speak my soul healing mission of alignment and fulfillment, helping people go vegan from my childhood wounding. There's nothing that feels better, and there's nothing more powerful than a person who is on mission and on purpose in their life. And I highly encourage you to be someone who steps onto the purpose and mission in your life. You deserve it, and the only one who's going to stop you is you. It's not about the money. It's not about what you do have or don't have. Those are all circumstances clouding your mind. That's the ego getting in your own way. All you have to do is claim it. All you have to do is feel it in your heart, and it will be yours. Seriously. So honestly, every single step of the way, there's something going to stop you. All right. And for me to get to the level I'm at, the challenges grow with you. It's like when we start, we have a wall to get over, right? How do I get over that wall? Like, how do I come up with the money for business coaching? How do I start my business? There's a wall, right? Okay. Well, as soon as you figure out how to get over that wall, there's another one right behind it. And the more successful you get, the bigger your walls get. So this is a process of self-mastery through service. Okay? This is not a solve one problem and done. This is a journey of a lifetime. This is a journey to your highest level of fulfillment, financial freedom, and personal alignment and empowerment for your life, like at the highest level you're ever going to experience. That's what this is. That's what I'm talking about. And if you want to join in on this journey that I'm on, join my business mastermind. I'll mentor you. I'll show you exactly how to do it. So that's my training, how to make a living as a coach, 200,000 per year or more. This was a free training. I've basically shared every single thing I know. It's really my honor and duty to share this information because information is free. These are just the steps I've used to grow my business, and I couldn't be more happy to share it with you today. I hope it provides value for you. I hope it changes your life. I hope it's something that's incredible for you. I hope you can implement this, and I hope you seek the proper guidance and mentorship that you need to change your life. Because if you're making less than $200,000 a year, you're going to be struggling. This is the path out, okay? And I just shared it from my heart to yours. All right, everybody, much love. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.